that time again. Another day for another win. We ain't never gonna relent. We going hard, never giving in. Hey yo, it's time for another one. Yeah, we on another run. We ain't never leaving. The competition we don't see. This is winning season. This is winning season. It's that time again. Another day for another win. We ain't never gonna relent. We going hard, never giving in. Hey yo, it's time for another one. Yeah, we on another run. We ain't never leaving. The competition we don't see. This is winning season. This is winning season. This is winning season.
Welcome into Buffalo Wild Wings. It's the UNCAGED podcast here with the golf team in the building here today, both the boys and the girls here. And I've got Coach Charlie Brown next to me, Coach Courtney Phillips down there on the end, and I'm Dylan Rivera. Excited to do this show here today. I love all things golf. I love getting out there to Forest Ridge and seeing you guys compete. And on that note, let's talk about just where you guys are at so far this season. And Coach Brown, I'll start with you and the boys team. You guys have a few tournaments under your belt now. How do you feel like they've fared so far?
Well, we've improved. We started out first two, we came in third place, and then recent tournament at Meadowbrook, we won it.
Yeah.
So it was very much an improvement from the first two. So we're moving in the right direction.
I think a win deserves a round of applause as well. That's always good. Great performance out there at Meadowbrook. FVC tournament, Frontier Valley Conference. You guys are champions there. I know the Frontier Valley Conference is a little bit of a shell of what it used to be, but at least in golf terms, that's still a pretty big accomplishment.
Yes. We have a lot of teams there, and the boys have to play in order to get our goal, which is to win every tournament. So
yeah, and being top three, of course, in all of them so far, that's a big win as well. On the girls' side, you guys just finished up hosting your own tournament out here at Forest Ridge. Is there a little bit more of a challenge to it when you're hosting as opposed to going on the road?
Yeah, I think there is, because there's a little more nerves to perform well and do, because it's our home course. So that's a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, and you get, I think, probably sort of used to the routine of going elsewhere because you guys play away from home so often that you're probably used to doing that, and then suddenly you're on your home course. Things might be a little bit different, but in terms of how they've fared so far, you guys have had a few tournaments, same thing, under your belt. You got a win out there at Paige Belcher recently. Yes. That's a really big accomplishment. Again, a win deserves a round of applause. But just how do you feel like the team's done so far this season?
I think we've performed well. We've had some ups and downs, but we're definitely on the track of getting back on the up train, and especially after Saturday, we had some good rounds. And I'm excited about the future.
Yeah, and talking about the future, I want to talk about you being here. This is a move for the future, really, is what it is.
Yes.
First season as head coach, and I know that you've probably just been getting adjusted to it for many months now, and I'm sure now you're getting comfortable and you're kind of relaxed into it by now, but how's it been just this first few months now of being head coach?
Honestly, it's been a whirlwind to start. But it's also been a dream, and I've had some great help with all the staff at Forest Ridge, and of course, especially Coach Brown has been a big support in helping in any questions I've had.
Yeah, and you've got a great team to go along with you. That makes it easy, I'm sure, as well.
Great team, great assistant. The boys also have been a great help as well.
Yeah, easy to adjust to when you've got a crew like this in the building, right?
Yes.
You guys have been off to a great start, though, as you guys both have said, but still a lot to go. And I like to ask this question for really every sport that comes through and does Uncaged. Is the what is always simple, the goal is a state championship. That's always what you want to do, but it's the how that's a little bit more difficult. So for your team, Coach Brown, how do you guys go out and win a state title this year? You've done it once, so you might know a little bit about the recipe.
Right.
So how do you do it this year?
Well, I always like to try to make it as competitive as possible, getting 2 regionals and state. So the boys all have to work in order to hold their spot or to gain a spot. When we get to the regionals and state part, then hopefully we've got it down where we can at least go compete and feel comfortable doing it.
Absolutely. For you, Courtney, same question is, how does your team reach that stage?
Honestly speaking, I think it just takes still the hard work and dedication that these girls are putting in, and also the competitiveness with doing our qualifiers and things leading up to it, and just plucking away.
The game of golf is such a mental game as well, and I mean, there's so many things that can snowball if you're not in the right place. So how do you all, when you're out there for a tournament, Courtney, I'll ask you this first, is how do you try to keep your players calm, cool, and collected?
Honestly speaking, I try to talk to them about other things in between shots that are not golf related to kind of help relax them a little bit. I know my assistant, also Coach Brittany, really also helps with that. She tends to make the girls laugh quite a bit. I try. Doesn't always work, but that's why I'm thankful for her.
But as far as maybe let's go practice to practice, you guys are, obviously out there at Forest Ridge a lot, and you guys are hitting shots a lot, the driving range a lot, and maybe putts aren't falling. On a day-to-day basis, how are you trying to keep them level-headed?
Honestly speaking, just telling them when something's not necessarily going their way, just take a moment to step back, collect themselves, try it again, so that when they're not necessarily dwelling on the negative side of what went wrong, so they could also focus on what could go right.
I think, Coach Brown, for you all, you've got a kind of an interesting scenario because obviously coming off of the state title this last year, I would imagine there are some golfers on the team that probably come in with expectations to get to that stage again and trying not to put pressure on themselves to do that and just play loosely. Is that something you've seen as a challenge this year?
Yeah, that's always the challenge when you're playing golf, is to not, especially those that have played before, you want to try to relax. So I just talked to them about playing one shot at a time, playing one hole at a time, write your score down, move on to the next shot. Don't worry about, I'm 3 over or I'm whatever. Just write it down and move on, and we just get to the end of the day and go, oh, I shot 2 over today. Okay. So try to not focus on the end of the day as opposed to we on hole 2 of 36. We got a lot to go.
Yeah, that's a great perspective and one I probably should put in my back pocket. One thing that I've noticed with you all, I've never actually talked to you about this, but we work over at the event center and we're in the indoor facility, and you guys obviously are at Forest Ridge, but every now and then I would see the golf team out there running sprints on the football field or lifting weights. How much of a physical game is the game of golf?
Well, for us, the boys' side of it, we play 36 holes in a day, so the boys have to be in shape. So in this all off season or during the season, Mondays are our workout days. So we do cardio, and in the fall part of it, we do weights and cardio. Yeah. So we do both to get in shape. So when you're walking 36, I can't have them getting tired. We gotta go.
Yeah. I think it'd just be really funny if somebody's driving by thinking the football team's getting ready to go out and work out, but it's actually the golf team out there. They're going through their workouts. But obviously you guys have high expectations for your team this year. I think both of you guys want to see a really good season be played. So, Coach Phillips, I'll ask you this question. Is for you this year, what would a successful season look like?
Honestly speaking, just keeping on the improvement track that I've seen these girls doing and qualifying for state always is on that mind, whether it's one girl, all of the girls, and just really trying to build up that program.
Yeah. Have you had a moment yet this season where you could point to as maybe the most fun moment or the most exciting moment? I don't know if somebody's hit like a crazy shot in maybe a practice round or in a tournament that you guys can point to and say, I can't believe that happened, or just the road trips. What's maybe been the highlight?
Honestly, just really getting back to bonding with these girls has been such a great highlight. There's been several good moments. A girl from another team in a tournament recently got a hole-in-one.
Yeah.
And we've had a couple of girls hit some really good shots and almost, make eagle and made some birdies and stuff like that. So we've had some good improvements.
Yeah, a hole-in-one's fun for everybody, regardless.
Oh, yeah.
That's one where you got to let the logos go and say, you know what, that's
Yes.
pretty awesome. Have you guys had a moment that you can point to maybe this season as your highlight of the year so far?
I think this last weekend, with us being able to continue the level of play that we had for the whole day, was as opposed to having, we had peaks and valleys before this last Monday, but Monday we played well the first 18 and it was really windy, but we were able to continue that through the second 18, which was nice to see.
Yeah, that's one thing that definitely makes the game of golf a challenge, especially here in the state of Oklahoma, is winds are always going to be howling. You
Yes.
just got to be prepared for that. But how much are you guys trying to get practice rounds in on days like today when it's windy and try to get out there and play in these conditions? That's for you.
I mean, we try to get out there. We definitely practice in it.
Yeah.
But then I'll send the boys, can we go play? Absolutely, go play. You got to figure out what club we're going to hit, downwind, into the wind, doesn't matter. You got to figure it out. So, if on the range or on the course, we got to get going.
Yeah, for sure. And then also just so many different courses that you guys play, and the difficulty levels are all over the place, and every single shot you're looking at a different lie, it feels like. So, Coach Phillips, in terms of just trying to prepare them for every single shot, how do you guys go through that in practice?
Honestly speaking, if we're out during a round, just trying to ask them, what do you think you want to do here? Figure out what their thought process is, and then maybe suggest a better, maybe smarter play, even if it is laying up for something or just punching out to where it's an easier shot, and just working through with them on the course management side.
Yeah, thinking through the course. That's something that I've still got to learn. But I know one thing that you guys get to do is you have a preview of the state tournament course. And this year it's out in Bartlesville, so you guys get to preview the course out there. I believe the girls were just there.
Yes.
And you guys, were you there as well or not yet?
We
Not
go
yet.
the 13th.
Okay, I knew you were going soon, but you getting the preview of
Yes.
it. What was the landscape like? Do you guys have a better feel of getting to that stage now?
I think we do. It's a gorgeous layout of a course. The girls definitely got some interesting bunker shots because they're a little deeper than what they're used to seeing.
Yeah.
But honestly, I just told them we're trying to get a layout for the course, see how this is going to play, what it's going to look like for state. Don't worry about anything else. Just have fun.
Yeah. Just try to figure out where the misses are, basically, right?
Exactly.
And go from there.
When I was there with the girls' side, we had stayed up there once before, and the course is really tight. You don't have to hit it far, but you better be hitting it straight. You're going to be in the trees a lot.
Okay.
A lot.
Yeah, and you guys, like you said, you'll get to go out there soon, so that'll be good for
Yes.
you all to get a feel for it as well. But I want to go backwards before we wrap things up here, and I want to talk about 2025 and winning the state championship. I know I've asked you before about it, but just how much emotion was in that moment?
Oh, you just can't imagine all the work that goes into that. And I don't mean just last year. I mean, it's been a while, and being in that moment and being able to finally get that accomplished is just, it's an unreal feeling. It really is. It's surreal.
I'm so glad we got to get your mic'd up reaction too, because Charlie Brown's not a guy who yells, but you yelled in that moment, and it was beautiful.
I did.
You maybe yelled some things you shouldn't have yelled, but that's what the mute button's for. But hey, we had so much fun being out there and following you guys, and I know that the last hole was really nerve-wracking. I talked to Jacob Newsom not too long ago about it, and he had said you came up and you told him he needed to score this much to force a playoff, and then he needed to score this much to win it. You were in his head a little bit about it, but he seemed like he handled it well. But for you, how was that, handling that last hole?
Well, it was fine with me because he's very calm, and he goes, I asked him, I said, do you want to know? He goes, yeah, tell me. So I knew that, he goes, what do I need to do? So I told him what he had to do, and when he's, and you have great video of it, with him sitting on the green before he makes that 2.5, 3-footer to win it, he just looks at everybody and just starts smiling. I'm going, who does that? It's just like, okay. So, yeah, but talking with him, it was like just a normal hole. No big deal.
Yeah, that's a good sign of a good player.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
And we'll get to talk to him here in just a few minutes. But before we do, we'll have some of the girls joining us here on the set here at Uncaged. I appreciate you all coming up here with me. Don't go anywhere. Keep it right here on Uncaged.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling. The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
Hey Tigers, I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon. The city is preparing for the next general obligation bond election in April of 2026. Just like the improvements to Albany Street in front of the high school, bonds help pay for upgrades to public infrastructure like streets and intersections, public safety services, park improvements, and more here in our great community. To find out more about the bond process, visit the city website. Thank you for helping us build our future. Broken Arrow, enjoy the rest of the game.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Hey Tigers, get the only card that donates to Broken Arrow Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU Federal Credit Union has donated more than $360,000 so far. Support the Tigers with your card today.
Oh, I got my order wrong.
This is me, Jessica. And this is
Jessica?
Not my coffee. And my friend said, oh wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap, and I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
Welcome back to Buffalo Wild Wings. It's the Uncaged podcast. We have some of the girls from the golf team here with me. Abby Chang next to me, Caitlin Blackwell in the middle, and Lily Seeley down there on the end. I'm Dylan Rivera. I want to break the ice with you all by asking you all some questions really about your favorite things in golf. So first off, let's start with your favorite club that you have in your bag. Lily, we'll start with you and come this way.
It's probably my 7-iron.
7-iron. That seems like a safe answer. I feel like a lot of people will say that one.
Mine's my 8-iron.
I agree with you.
And mine's like 58 degree.
58 degree. Why that one?
I can chip the best with it.
Okay. Got some comfortability with it around the greens? I got you. Do you have a favorite course that you have played so far?
Cedar Ridge.
Cedar Ridge. Okay.
I like Oak Tree.
Okay.
I like River Oaks.
River Oaks.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. This one is, I don't have a preference on this, but I know some people do. Do you have a favorite ball that you like to play with better than other balls at all?
I like playing with TaylorMades.
TaylorMades, okay.
Titleist 2s.
Okay.
I think Titleist. Yeah.
Titleist, okay. I'm kind of indifferent. I don't really know that it matters to me. If you had the option to either, let's say there's some trees just beyond the green or somewhere around it, you hole out from the trees or you hole out from the bunker, which one would you rather have, Lily?
The bunker.
The bunker?
Probably the bunker.
Okay.
I'd say trees.
Okay, take the trees. Let's say you hit a perfect drive, dead center of the fairway, or you hit a long putt from the very edge of the green. Which one would you prefer, Lily?
The drive.
The drive? Okay.
The drive.
The drive.
The drive.
That's an easy answer, right? Okay, let's say, let's do this last one. If you've got to get over water, and you're cutting the corner over water, or you're cutting the corner over trees, which one do you prefer there?
Cutting the water.
Cutting the water?
The water.
Yeah.
Say the trees.
You like the difficult answers. That's what
yeah.
it is. we're gonna figure that one out. That's what it is. Okay, well, let's start talking about this season and where you guys are at so far. Like I said, I know you guys have had a few tournaments under your belt already. Lily, I'll go down to you first. Again, just so far, how are you guys feeling about this season?
I'm feeling really good. We have built a lot, and I'm really excited what this has. We're practicing. We're always trying to get better in everything we do. So I think it's going to be a good season this year.
Yeah, I think you guys have had some really strong showings too. Been able to really get comfortable at a couple of different courses and start to really come into your own, I think. Caitlin, I know that this season has been fun so far, but there's been some challenges as well. How difficult is it to try to stay level-headed even in some of those low moments throughout a round?
It's definitely difficult, but just like through it, I think we all know we just have to like relax and not fold under pressure, but just like stay strong and just look like towards the end and what the end goal holds.
Yeah. Obviously golf is an individual sport, but how much are you guys thinking about the fact that you have a teammate on the hole in front of you and a teammate on the hole behind you? Is that something that goes into your mind at all throughout the round?
Yeah, like definitely they're there to like build you up when you're like having a tough round. They're there to like pick you up and stuff, and just to know that you're not alone and that they're also like at the course in the same conditions that you are.
Yeah. Abby, for you all, let's say kind of outside of actual playing in the round, you obviously are practicing and you guys are around each other a lot. You guys are on the bus trips together, all those sorts of things. How special is this group this year, and how close-knit are you all?
I mean, as a team, as a whole, we're pretty close. This year has probably been one of the most funnest years, and especially this being my last year, it's been a good time.
Yeah.
It's been a good time, yeah.
And then you've got your brother on the other side of the coin as well. So how much fun is that, having him out there at Forest Ridge alongside you?
I mean, it's fun, competition,
Yeah.
it's tense.
Yeah.
So, I mean, overall, we have a good time.
Yeah.
Good time.
I know you've got a younger brother on the team as well. Is that the same thing for
I have
you?
an older brother.
Or an older brother, okay. Yeah.
It's a lot of competition and trying to one-up each other.
Yeah. You guys like that when you guys play outside of BA as well? Same thing, just competing? Yeah, makes sense. I want to go back to just where you guys are at so far a little bit and talk about some of these tournaments you've had. Let's start with the win, and you guys winning your flight at Paige Belcher, which it was really awesome. And Abby, you were able to win the individual within your flight. So take me through that round and just being out there at Paige Belcher. What did it feel like that day?
I mean, the conditions weren't that bad. It was a little windy. I think overall we all played solid, and I think at the beginning of my round it was a little tough. It's a little difficult, but I was able to come back and get it together at the end, and just the rest of the girls did awesome that day.
Yeah, and you guys have, I'm assuming, played Paige Belcher before, because, I mean, it's a local muni. You've probably played there plenty of times. So how much does it help when you guys are playing courses that you've played before?
It's definitely an advantage. There's a lot of stuff on courses that you can't see, or there's just like spots that aren't as clear. And it's good to know the course before you get there and not go in blind.
Absolutely. Lily, you guys got to preview the state tournament course out in Bartlesville, Hillcrest. So what did you take away from being out there?
I took away how the course looks and like their greens, because they're a lot different than Forest Ridge. They're a lot faster. I like the course personally. It seemed like easygoing, and then it just seemed like a Forest Ridge and like Bailey Ranch. So like I just took it as that, and those are golf courses I've played in a lot. So
Yeah. Caitlin, were those sort of the same takeaways, or were you in a different
Yeah,
boat?
the greens are definitely much faster than we're used to playing, so we definitely all took away like our putting there. And then it's just like longer playing course and lots of bunkers that are difficult, not the same as Forest Ridge, so we all learned from that there.
Yeah. I feel like everybody's kind of got their own pre-matchup routine, right? So, Lily, for you, you first arrive at the course, what goes on?
I try not to talk to a lot of people. I try to keep in my own head. I put my headphones in, and I listen to music, and I try to like focus and like lock in basically of what's gonna happen. And I just go to the range, and then I putt, and then I chip.
Okay. Caitlin, what about you?
Me, as soon as I get on the bus, I just turn on some music, some country music. I love country music.
Yeah.
And then when I get out there, I go to the range first, and then I'll practice putting for a while just to get a feel for the greens. I'll say a little prayer at the tee box.
Yeah. Kind of have to, I feel like sometimes. Abby, what about you?
Right when I get to the course, I try to lock in. I try to focus on my game and my swing. I listen to music while I practice on the range, and I hit a couple putts.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems like you guys all had the same answer, at least in one respect, is that is as soon as it's go time, you guys put the headphones in and you guys lock in. So you get up to that first tee box. I know, Caitlin, you said you say a prayer. What's the mentality like when you're like, okay, this is it, we're getting ready to go? Go for you, Abby.
I think there's a couple nerves that go into it, but I really just try to step up and try to hit a good tee shot on the first tee.
Lily, what about you?
I just tell myself I've done this before, and it's like it's muscle memory, and I shouldn't be scared. And I just think it's possible I can hit a good drive. So I just have to put in a mental aspect and tell myself it's going to be okay.
Yeah. Obviously, new head coach this year as well. You've got Courtney joining you guys this year. So how much fun has it been just trying to adjust to her but also learn from her? And what's she been like out there at Forest Ridge, Lily?
She's definitely part of our mental side, making sure we're staying like positive and keeping up and like making sure we're having fun and not just getting down on ourselves really quickly, and definitely trying to make sure we're always learning from our mistakes and always trying our hardest and not just messing around.
Definitely. New assistant on staff as well. Caitlin, how's the whole staff adjustment been for you?
Yes, I like it. Like, they're pretty big. Like, Coach Courtney, she's really big, like Lily said, on the mental side, and just, like, seeing the positives and stuff, and just looking at, like, setting little goals and looking at the good, even if you make, like, one mistake. And then Coach Brittany, she's always there for, like, making us laugh and stuff on the course. And so she also looks at, like, the good and makes us just in good moods.
Yeah. How much does that help you throughout the round to be able to just let loose a little bit more?
Yeah, it makes me, like, laugh and take my mind off of if I just hit, like, a bad shot. It takes my mind off of it and just, like, relax and then go to the next shot and just focus.
Yeah. I'm curious, Abby, just how much are you, let's say you're just in the fairway, how much are you thinking about the shot when you're standing over the ball? Like, is it just kind of, going through the motions, or do you really think your way around it?
I try to think around it. I'm thinking about where I want to hit it, just all my fundamentals that I've been taught and what I've learned. And sometimes I think too much about it, but overall I just try to be in the moment.
Yeah, for sure. You guys got to host your own event this past week over here at Forest Ridge, playing on your home course. Is there some comfortability with that, Lily?
There is comfort, but then there's also like, for myself, I didn't play as very good as I thought, but also the wind killed us for sure, and it's definitely like, oh, I should have done better because it's my home course, but then you also think it's a hard golf course, it's Forest Ridge, and other people struggled as well, so it tells you that you're not alone of what's happened.
Yeah, it seemed like it was just a tough day out there overall. I mean, not only, your all scores, but I mean, other schools were having some trouble out there. It was just a tough day, I think. But moving forward, I asked, the coaching staff about this, and I'll ask you guys as well, and I'll turn this over to you, Abby, is the goal is the state championship. For you all to get there, how do you do it?
I mean, a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication on and off course, mentally, and just swing-wise. If we have everything working right, then we should be able to get there, and I'm sure we will.
Yeah, I have a lot of confidence in you all, and I'm hoping for the best this year. So good luck for the rest of this season, and thank you for coming up here and joining me. Don't go anywhere at home because we still have the boys coming up here in just a moment. Keep it right here live on Uncaged.
All in all, there's not a better place to work.
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
Working at St. Francis is...
It's very fulfilling. The work that we do is hard. The work that we do changes people's lives.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job. It's a calling.
Hey Tigers, I'm City Manager Michael Spurgeon. The city is preparing for the next general obligation bond election in April of 2026. Just like the improvements to Albany Street in front of the high school, bonds help pay for upgrades to public infrastructure like streets and intersections, public safety services, park improvements, and more here in our great community. To find out more about the bond process, visit the city website. Thank you for helping us build our future. Broken Arrow, enjoy the rest of the game.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Hey Tigers! Get the only card that donates to Broken Arrow Public Schools every time you use it. TTCU Federal Credit Union has donated more than $360,000 so far. Support the Tigers with your card today.
Oh, I got my order wrong.
This is me, Jessica. And this is
Jessica?
not my coffee. And my friend said, oh wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap, and I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
Welcome back here on Uncaged to Buffalo Wild Wings. We got the golf team in the building, and now some of the boys joining me. Down on the end is Owen Madsen, Luke Chang in the middle, and Jacob Newsom here next to me. I'm Dylan Rivera. We're happy to have you here on this broadcast. I want to talk to you guys just about this season so far, but before we do, I'm going to ask the fun questions. As I asked them, first one, favorite club, and we'll start with Owen and work this way.
I'd have to say my 8-iron. You know, I always hit it good. I don't think I've ever hit an 8-iron bad.
Yeah.
Saying that with full confidence, but yeah.
Luke?
I got to say the putter, man. It's the club you use the most during the round, and got to rely on it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with the putter. But for me, I think my 9-iron. You know, it's my range club.
Yeah.
I beat the crap out of it, but I mean it's just the go-to, I guess.
I'm with Owen. I like my 8-iron the best. You have a favorite course that you've played so far?
Probably Forest. I mean, I live out on the course. I can see the course from my backyard, back porch.
Nice.
And it's just a really nice course, and I feel like the team out there does a really good job of keeping it well maintained.
Are your teammates aiming for your house at all? Because I feel like
no, it's definitely not in the way of any of the shots.
Okay. Well, I still probably would aim at your house.
Yeah.
Luke?
Pebble Beach Golf Links.
Yeah.
The view's amazing there, right off the ocean.
Yeah, I can imagine. I've not been there, but I can imagine.
Yeah, I'll say same thing I said last year. Congressional. I think Congressional is one of my favorite, but you know, Baga Municipal down the road, it's not too bad. So I mean, it's not too bad.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your favorite ball, your go-to ball? Do you have a preference?
Pro V1X.
Okay.
For sure.
Pro V1.
Yeah.
I'm same way. Titleist Pro V1.
There you go. Straight across the board. I asked them if you were holing out from the bunker or you're holing out from the trees out, beyond the green. Which one would you prefer?
The trees for sure, because I feel like it's way harder to hole out from the trees than the bunker.
Yeah.
I would say bunker. You got to kind of finesse that bunker shot to get that perfect contact. So.
Yeah, I'm with Owen here. I don't think trees are too close to the green. So I mean, if you're holding out from the trees, it's maybe 30 yards and bunker shot. I mean, 10-yard bunker shot. So I'm gonna go trees.
Yeah. Okay. I just came up with this one during the commercial break. Let's say same thing. You're holding out, but you do it with a flop shot, or you can do it with a bump and run.
Flop shot for sure.
I'm also flop shot.
Yeah. I was gonna say that one's I think just a given.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to hit a flop shot in. I asked them if you've got a perfect drive dead center of the fairway or you've got a long putt from the very edge of the green. Which one's better in your mind, Owen?
A long putt for sure. It's definitely way harder to do.
Okay.
I think long putt too. There's more thought process going into it.
Okay.
Yeah, same way. I mean, you can string drivers right down the range, but I mean, making long putts.
That's interesting.
You
guys went all long putt. They went all long drive, so a little bit different there.
Can't the fairway.
Okay, let's do this one. If you are trying to cut it over some trees or you're trying to cut it over the water, which one would you prefer to be hitting over?
Probably the water, because you don't have to get it as high, because, I don't hit the ball high at all off the tee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say over the trees. It gives me a better view of where I'm trying to aim at.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say trees, because if you mishit it, you hit it in the trees, and if you mishit it in the water, it goes in the water.
It's fair enough. Let's ask this last one too. Would you rather hit a stinger or like a high shot over something? Like let's say it's a bunker or something like that, like sort of like a flop shot maybe, but maybe not a flop shot. Let's say like you're in the fairway, so it's a 140-yard shot or something.
Probably the high shot, honestly, because that's usually what I hit. I'm not really good at hitting stingers, and I can hit it high from the fairway. So.
Okay, Luke.
I would say high shot. I like that pretty ball flight just landing right next to the hole.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go stinger here, because I was hitting one earlier today. I mean, it hit the tree. But I mean, if you can hit a stinger that just rises, I mean, there's no better feeling.
It's a beautiful flight, isn't it?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. I'll throw one more in. Favorite player? Do you have a favorite player that you like to watch?
I like watching Xander Schauffele.
Okay.
Minwoo Lee, I love his energy.
There you go.
I'm gonna say Mason Brown. He's on our high school team. I think just watching him play is just immaculate.
I love that that's the answer that gets a round of applause and all the questions we've asked here. Okay, now let's get into the actual season. Let's talk a little bit about the golf so far. Let's put it into perspective, Owen. Let's just talk about how you guys have done so far. You got a few tournaments under your belt. You've got one win, some top 3 finishes. How are you guys feeling right now?
Feeling really good. I feel like the team chemistry is really there, and that we're all playing really well together. And yeah, that's all there is to it. We're just playing really good together, and team chem's there.
Yeah, and when I've been out there at Forest Ridge, it seems like you guys are really well connected. So, Luke, just talk about the chemistry that you guys have out there.
I mean, we're all pretty much the same age. Grad class of 2027. That's half the team. We've been playing junior golf together, so we've known each other for about 5-6 years maybe. So that's probably where it comes from.
Does that also add to maybe some competitiveness? Is that you guys have known each other for so long?
It's pretty tight, yeah. We're always trying to beat each other.
There you go. But I think that definitely helps when it comes to the team aspect of it, is having guys who are so closely competitive.
For sure.
Can definitely raise the bar a little bit. So when you've got guys, chasing your tail end, Jacob, what's that like?
I mean, I don't know. I think of it more as just me being a leader and me just trying to set the tone and just just have these guys just try to beat me, because when they do beat me, and some of them have beat me, I mean, it's a I feel good for you guys type feeling. It's like, darn, I want to win, but I mean, when they beat me, they definitely prove it, and I mean, it's just a good. I mean, we're all like he said. I mean, we're all connected. We all got good kind of chemistry. So I mean, it's just a good team right now.
Yeah. Well, and I asked this to the girls is, how much are you thinking about the team aspect during a round? Like, are you conscious of, okay, there's a couple of guys in front of me, there's a guy behind me, those sorts of things, or is it just kind of I'm focused on my own game, Luke?
I would say I'm focused on my own game, but there's also like a point where you can help your teammates in some sort, where if they haven't seen the hole yet, you can help them inform where like a pin location is, or which way the wind's blowing, and how that affects your shot. So.
Yeah. How much are you guys, I mean, sometimes you're up maybe on a tee box and you can see them out in the distance that are finishing up a hole. How much are you just kind of like in the back of your mind, like, okay, I hope he sinks this putt, Owen?
Definitely hoping for, or definitely cheering for them, like hoping they sink the putt, like you said, and hoping they hit the next tee shot good, because sometimes you'll see them on the tee box the next hole, and that's whenever you put two lines to the hole and can get more info on it.
Yeah, for sure. Jacob, you and I had a conversation not too long ago about last year and how things went, but before we touch on that, you had touched on how Coach Brown will drive up on his cart and maybe say a few things to you. So what's that like throughout the round, having him, giving you some words of wisdom or trying to keep you cool? How's that go throughout the round?
Yeah, no, for sure. Coach Brown, he's just a GOAT, hands down. But, I mean, I will say, he's pretty much the big snack guy. So if I need anything, if I need water, or even just information on a hole, what Luke hit on a hole, what Henry hit on a hole, or just just small minor things that really wouldn't change my game but could help me, inform me on what trouble is or what I'm going to run into later up. So, but like I said, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
Gives you some perspective is what you're saying, though, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's always good. I know you guys are dealing with conditions here in Oklahoma a lot. I talked to the coaches about the wind, and it seems like every other day there's rain in the forecast, and you guys are having to combat some wet greens, I'm sure, and some soggy fairways. So how much of a challenge is it to play maybe on a soggy, windy day as opposed to a dry, warm day, Jacob?
Yeah, no, playing on a perfect day, it's like you said, perfect, but being able to play in wind, not only helps you grow, but improves you for the college level if you're trying to play, further past high school. But it's when you get out there, it's pretty much everyone's playing in the same conditions, and you're just playing by yourself, and you just have to go, pretty much work it out, do whatever, just to play some good golf. But yeah,
Yeah. Luke, you guys have a long path in front of you guys still to try to repeat here. To do that, what do you guys have to do?
Just be ready, be prepared. We can't expect to win. We just got to play with play our hearts out and trust in our skills.
I think one thing that's really special about this group is the depth that you guys have, because Coach Brown had talked to me about it before we had even gotten started. He said, we've got a lot of guys that have to be ready to go because it may not be your day, on Monday, but then on Friday at the next tournament, it is your day. So you've got to be ready. So what's that like, just having to be prepared for when your number is called?
You got to practice, man. You can't have a day off, like Jacob's question, like the weather. You can't have a day off. You got to practice every season, really, and just practice different weathers, different conditions.
Jacob, you're looking down at Owen, so I feel like I should ask Owen this question.
Well, I have a job, and kind of sometimes make it difficult to go out there and play every day, but I try my best.
Hey, man, you got to balance work-life. I get it.
I was actually looking at the man who said it. Owen does a good job.
Okay. Well, to be fair, Jacob just got here a little bit late because he was playing. So how'd your round go out there when you were just out there?
I played with our teammate Landon Tetley. He did good. We were just playing. I think I shot 2 under. He shot even 1 under. I don't remember, but we were just out there having fun, but we were just hitting a couple holes just before coming out here. But yeah, just the love for the game that we have, not just me, but everybody here. It's pretty big here.
Yeah. Owen, you had talked about Forest Ridge being your favorite course, so I want to ask you this question is just as a shout out to Forest Ridge, man. Just how great is it being able to play out there on a daily basis?
It's an honor, man. It's a really nice course, like I said, and not a lot of people get the opportunity to play out there, especially since they're going private this year. So even then, it'll be even less of an opportunity to play out there for other people.
Yeah, it's really cool that you guys get to have that facility out there and be able to work on such a great course, because some teams are playing out at Munis on a daily basis, and you guys are playing at a much tougher course. It's able to sharpen your skills a little bit. Let's go back to last year. Let's talk about the finish, the state championship. And I've asked Jacob some of these questions. So, Luke, I'm going to start with you on this one. Is, coming down to the final few holes, I know you were just a little bit in front of Jacob, a little bit behind a couple of the other guys. What was the feeling finishing, let's say, those last 2-3 holes?
I was actually the same boat as Jacob. I did not know where we were. I knew we had a big lead going to the last day, so I was just trying to play hard for the team and make them proud.
Yeah. What's that like going into the last day with a big lead? Were you guys just feeling comfortable, or were you still trying to stay locked in?
For me, I was trying to stay locked in. I was pretty nervous.
Okay.
Yeah. But you just got to stay focused on your game.
Yeah. Jacob, I'll ask you that question because, I mean, it is worth asking. Is you guys did have a massive lead, and all of a sudden it dwindled down and got really close to the, to the very end. So what happened there in preparation for that final round?
I think obviously nerves are huge, but I mean, it's just, I don't know. Like I tried to just focus on myself, and I was throwing away shots easy, but I feel like nerves can definitely get towards you. Chasing and leading are completely different things. So chasing, I mean, you're not playing with too much pressure, but if you're leading that tournament, you got everyone coming after for you. So I mean, it's just a hard spot being in that position. And I mean, we had shots, so it's easy to miss a shot and be like, okay, we have plenty more. You can't think like that. You just got to go out and play your game. But
yeah, and I know you're not often thinking about the individual leaderboard, but being able to win that state championship individually, what did that mean to you?
It meant the world. I mean, I was so excited, and just not only win like for individually, but the team, getting the team there, I feel like was almost a bigger accomplishment, because I mean, anybody can go win state. I mean, you can win state and have your team get dead last, but if you win individually and then your team wins, I mean, it's just so much better, much better.
And to be a part of the first ever team state champions at Broken Arrow, what does that mean to you, Luke?
It's awesome. I actually didn't know we were the first ones, so start history. Let's finish strong.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys have definitely a chance to repeat this year, so I'm excited about seeing what it looks like at the end of this. And I know you weren't able to play in that state tournament, but for you just to view and to see, I mean, for me, I was there that last day, and it was pretty nerve-wracking, but I'm not on the team. I'm from the outside looking in, so what was it like for you?
I was definitely rooting for everyone out there, and kind of bummed I didn't play, but it is what it is.
It goes back to
the team won.
The number being called, right? This year your number could be called, and you could be at that stage, so just got to be ready to go. And I'm hoping you guys get back there. I'm hoping we have a repeat of state champions back-to-back here at BA. That'd be really awesome. So good luck this season, and thank you guys for coming up here and joining me. Thank you all for being here, this Broken Arrow boys and girls golf team. We appreciate you all. And we thank you for tuning in. We will see you next week. We'll have the indoor percussion team and Winter Guard be here at Buffalo Wild Wings. But until then, we'll see you, and have a great night, everybody.